Hey guys, thank you for joining us today. And Amber and myself, McMary, wanted to just come on to Zoom and do a quick, just informative kind of piece to help you with the whole inviting piece. We thought there was a few pieces really important. And the first one was more just how to create content, post, to start that initial feeling better about doing that personal message and inviting people individually. And then second was that private message of what's going to happen after you post that content. So I'm going to turn it over to Amber, and she's going to start with post and giving you ideas on what kind of jabs and hooks that you can be doing for just to help your business. Okay? So Amber, you want to take?
All right, I will unmute myself. I'm going to share my screen. Hopefully this works. All right. You guys see my screen?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, let me hit play on this. Oh, maybe it doesn't want to work. There we go. Can you still see that?
Yes.
Sweet. All right. I don't know if if you guys can see this bar. Hopefully it's not blocking anything. Do you see a black bar? No?
Nope.
Okay. That just must be on my screen. Let me move that right there. Okay. So what I'm going to cover is challenge group jabs, how to use those to lead up to a challenge group hook. And this is all I'm going to cover posting, strictly posting, but Mary's going to cover the messaging side of it. So I'm going to cover how to do the post for the challenge group jabs and the challenge group hooks. And then also I will get into the business jabs and business hooks. So I went through my page, McMary's, Denise's, and some other coaches just to give you guys examples of some good jabs, how to share without being salesy and actually putting out there like, hey, I want you to join my challenge group. So they're kind of like soft sells, jabs, snippets, breadcrumbs. We call them different things. Notice I'm like pointing at my screen like you guys can see my hands. This is awful. I talk with my hands all the time. This is really bad. Okay. I'm going to use my mouse. Can you see my mouse?
Yes.
Yes. All right. My mouse can act as my hand. Okay. So here's one of mine. Bright colors. I put nutrition plan. So I could have came out and said 21-day fixed meal plan, but everybody knows what that is, you know, and if you put that out there, then I feel like they think you're being salesy. So I just put nutrition plan and it has bright colors. Let me move this. I have this silly black bar on my screen. Okay. Denise did really good. She was being real with hers. Picture of her and her cute little doggy that I love. And she just mentioned subtly the health bet challenge up in there. It feels so good to be home. That's all about her and her traveling. And she threw in about the people messaging her about this health bet challenge. Now, I don't know about you, but if I read her post and I put people messaging her about a health bet challenge up to a 3 million pot, I'd be like, what? I want in that pot because I want to get healthy, and that's $3 million, right? Mm-hmm. So hopefully she got some interest with that and people were messaging her. And then let me move my little bar over here. Here we have a girl on our team, Erica. She is I wish she was on. She has personality and she puts it out there. Her posts are very Erica. So you see she had a really crappy weekend. She was real. She told you guys she ate like crap. She shared her picture with the little container. It's so easy. That's just a little breadcrumb. And people are going to be like, you know, I've seen that on TV. Are you doing that? So it's just really subtly putting that in there. All good posts, all jabs. Okay. So now we're going to go into how to hook it. You want to throw a few jabs, like jab, 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 lead up to the hook. If you throw too many hooks, you're going to be like those people that badger you. I won't name companies, but it happens to me all the time. I get added into groups and bombarded, and it's just like sale, 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 and people scroll right past your stuff. You cannot lose yourself. You have to be yourself. Keep your personality. If you post something and it feels weird, then you need to redo it because it needs to be something that you would actually say. Okay, I will stop rambling. Now, challenge group hooks. Hooks are usually a little bit longer. So I'm using mine and Vic Mary's. Let me move this so you guys can read it. Just kind of read it real quick. Gosh, I have all these bars all over my screen. Hopefully you guys can't see my bars. But basically, both Vic Mary and I are being honest. We're putting ourselves out there. Like me, I'm telling you, hey, let me be totally honest. I made some bad nutrition choices. I'm ready to get back on track. That keeps me relatable. I'm not like putting myself up here, you know, acting like, oh, I'm 100% always on. Heck no, those fries on that plate, I ate those. Diane can vouch for that, and so can Vic Mary. I was like stuffing my face. It was good stuff. So I'm real. I put it out there. We make it about us. Then we go into a little bit about the program or what we're doing, and then at the end, okay, let's do this. And we hook you, and that's where it's flat out like, if you want to join me, comment below or like this post or private message me. Now that's something too to keep in mind. If you tell people to comment, not everyone's going to comment. You know, a lot of people are shy. Like I didn't want to comment on posts and be like, yeah, I'm interested, because I didn't want people knowing that I wanted to lose weight, which makes no sense, but it was just something I didn't, you know what I mean? I just didn't want people to know. I wanted to act like I was okay. So keep that in mind too. I know these are a little bit longer posts. So some top coaches that do this really, really well that I will get to are on the next slide. But some names you've probably heard are Meg Wazinski. Did I say that right, Vic Mary? Wazinski. She's married now. She does really great posts. She's real. She relates to her audience because she's a mom. Whatever it is, like Mia has, or Vic Mary's down there with Mia. I'm pointing again, like you guys can see my hands over there. I don't know. But saying it's not her kind of diet and all of that. She's just real relatable. Be you. And you can ask people. Don't be afraid to ask. People are not going to, people are not most of the time going to come to you and be like, hey, I want this. Unless you're sharing consistently. That's another thing, consistently. Big Mary, how many times would you say we do jabs and hooks per week? Like, maybe
the kind that I've heard is you should be doing a jab every day. There should be a jab where what you just showed before, where you're just breadcrumbing what is it that you're doing and what changes are you making, right?
Right.
The hooks at least 2 to 3 times a week.
That's something I need to do more of, and I would say probably every coach will tell you that
the whole purpose of it is that when somebody, like you send a friend request, or when somebody requests you to be their friend and they're looking through your scrolls, that you will have within the top 5 posts either a jab or a hook that somebody knows that you are into health and fitness.
Right. Yep. Makes sense. Okay. So as she was saying about jabs to do 3 to 5 a week, it does not have to be, like I said, putting it out there and showing your Shakeology cup every single day and just like holding it like this. Because I've made that mistake. Everybody makes that mistake. It's okay to do it sometimes, but if it's every day, people are going to start to scroll past you. So it doesn't always have to be products. It can be really subtle, like Meg's picture here. This happens to be a business jab, okay? But it's so subtle. You see this big picture of her face, and she's talking about it was shipped to her house. And it says, my elite picture. That's because she's an elite coach. So people are going to be like, Meg, where did you get that picture? Right? That's pretty cool. And then she can lead into, oh, I'm an elite coach, da, da, da. And she can give them little snippets about what she does. Perfect. You need to follow her. She is so spot on with her posts and being relatable. I love how like the baby's in there. That's another thing, another tip. babies and dogs. People will like your post like crazy if you have a baby or a dog in it. It's proven. It's proven. Babies and dogs. So we all need to have more babies and go adopt a bunch of puppies, apparently. I don't
Or cats, any kind of animal.
Do what?
Any kind of animal. Or cats, whatever.
Yes. Oh, cat. Well, yeah. Cats too. I have cats, but not here. So it's like a double whammy with her post. Now, over here, can you guys see my screen, or is there a black bar across her computer?
No, the only problem I have is that the chat window is on top of it, but I can drag and drop the chat window somewhere else. Now I can move it over to the other side so I can see that side of the page.
I never know if it's just my screen. Okay, so apparently it's just mine since I have control. All right. So here's another one of Meg's. She does not anywhere in there come out and say that she's a Beachbody coach or anything like that. But you know from her posts, very subtle, that she's running her own business somehow because her cousin is watching her daughter and she needs time to help her team. So if you're a new mom, that's who she's trying to attract. That's her niche, or is that how you say it? Niche, whatever. You're going to wonder what she's doing, because I would want to stay home with my children. You know, I would read that and be like, what are you doing? I want to do that. So it's just a picture of her computer, and she did put Shakeology in there. I may or may not have done that. It doesn't matter. It adds to it a little bit, but she could have just taken a picture of her computer like she did, left the Shakeology out, did that post, and it would still have led her into conversations about the business. That's the purpose of the jabs. You want to lead up. You want to leave people wondering, what are they talking about, and ask you questions. So you have to follow her. She's spot on. She used her pregnancy to go to a whole other market. All right, those are business jabs. I think Vic Mary has a business hook coming up. Yep, there she is. All right. Opportunity alert. This is cut and dry. She's telling you, come join me. Just putting it out there. This is after she's done jabs gradually, of course. Over the course, my 3-year-old's knocking on the bedroom door. I had to barricade myself in here. I'm sorry. His dad should stop him in a minute. But anyways, she did jabs, and then she led up to this post. And this actually got her some traction, right? Right, Vic Mary? Some people read that and was like, what are you doing? Tell me more. So another thing, the hooks are always going to be a little bit longer. That's okay. But just, be you, share your story. You don't have to have an amazing transformation. You can share your struggles. Like she says in there, anyone that's ever struggled with their weight or insecurities. I mean, be real, share what you do. Jamie goes a different route over here. She writes a little letter to Beachbody, thanking them for helping her live this lifestyle. Excuse me, that's another thing. This would have been a great post, and she would have never even had to put Beachbody in there. She could have just, left that out, and then people would have wondered what company she worked for. Sometimes that's a good thing too, because I like to say I don't work for Beachbody. I work for myself. I'm my own brand, and I just happen to use Beachbody products to help me help people, because you want to think and remember, why is someone going to want to work with you versus someone else? So just keep that in mind, because you're your own brand. I think that's my last slide. Those are pretty long there. Yep.
Okay, can I ask some questions?
Yes, go for it.
Okay, so I'm trying to get my Facebook page done, and I'm getting there. And at first I was thinking it should show off Beachbody stuff, but now are you saying that you shouldn't show off Beachbody stuff? You should try to stay away from that? You should more make it about yourself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Make it about yourself. Make it about Diane being fit at 56, right?
All right, yeah.
56? Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's okay to put, some Beachbody stuff out there every so often, but I started my page pretty early on And I learned really quickly that I would use like the promo pictures and things that Beachbody provides us, and I would put them out there, and people scroll past it. It's too salesy. And then, you know, again, it all boils back to Vic Mary and I are 20 miles apart. Why does someone want to work with me versus her? If we're both selling, you know, the same thing, basically, I got to share myself. The quirky Amber that's all random and, you know, I'm a nerd at heart.
You do want to talk about some product, because if somebody sees Country Heat, you want them to know that it's from you and not to buy it off of the TV. Or 21 Day Fix, you want them to know that you have that too, not to buy it from the TV. However, you want to make it about you using that product, not necessarily you selling that product. Does that make sense? It's more
it does. Yeah, okay. I was looking at it from a different approach, but now I've got a better feeling for it. So yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, we've all had that where people are like, I bought this program from the TV. Hey, I know you use this. I'm like, why did you buy it from the TV?
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So it's important for you to talk about the product, to say the name of them, but to make it about how it's affecting you in your life and how are you using that product.
Okay.
And then that's where the hook comes in, and that's why the hook comes in, so that they know they can get it from you and not other people. Like our challenge group hooks, you could see, you know, people can then relate to that.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. I am going to go ahead and share my screen. And tell me if you see this.
Well, I can see it. You're good.
Yeah, I can see it
now.
Good deal. Maybe. So you've just posted out all these pictures, and people are either liking your pictures, liking your post, liking your like page, or even accepting your friend requests. So I wanted to give like just quick snippets, and you guys, you don't have to write this. I'll post this in the group too, and you can take it and use it and adapt it to yourself. The first thing I want to say is that you have to be you. I use some of these, but people know how I will start a conversation. Like, I'm not very saying, hello, how are you doing? I may be like, hey, how's it going? You know, and whoever knows Vic Mary knows that that's how she speaks. It's more, and I'm not the other way around. So if I say, hello, how's your day going? Or how are you doing? They might understand and see that it's more of a script than just me being me and talking to them. So it's completely, first thing I want to make sure I say is that though I'm giving you these scripts, you need to turn them into you and make them sound like you. So the first and easiest thing to do, and the first thing I do in the morning, is take birthdays, guys. Birthday is the easiest way for you to talk to people. Just saying, happy birthday, hope you have a great day. If you didn't get to it until the end of that day, hey, hope you had a great birthday. But I always make sure that I end with a question. So you guys can see here where it says, any awesome plans for today? Or I put that on the second one as well, but I add on there, I always think Wednesday birthdays are the best because you can celebrate all week long. LOL. So it's giving them something to say, whether, hey, yes, I'm going to celebrate all weekend long, or no, or why not? Just getting that conversation going. And then if I've had people, and I got this one from something that I did, I had somebody who I only messaged on their birthday. 1 year later, their birthday comes again. I love how he gets up and wants to open the door, take the trash can out, everything right when it's my turn to talk. Sorry. I love you too. Okay. So, the one I was mentioning, the last one there, this was a girl who I only had messaged 1 year before, and it's her birthday. She never replied thank you or anything. So I just put there, wow, another year. Hope you're having an amazing year. Hope you have another amazing year filled with many blessings. Prayers that all your wishes and dreams come true. You know what they say, party like it's your birthday. I hope you have plans to do just that. I didn't ask a question on that one because she didn't answer before. And I don't want to send the same conversation I did the year before, because then again, she's going to be like, hey, that's a script. So I want to be completely different and just letting her know, hey, it's the truth. Though we only speak once a year, maybe it's more me than you, I just still wish you a great birthday. Okay?
And that's just the people that are coming up on your Facebook that it's their birthday today, like people that you don't really keep in touch with.
Yep.
Okay.
Exactly.
Can I add one thing to that before I forget? The whole compliment question. That's pretty much what you're doing. You're commenting, you're complimenting them, wishing them a happy birthday, whatever, and then leave that question.
Exactly. So I'm going to show you also a connect script, or other people might call it forming, when you're in your forming stage. And I did 3 different sections. Again, these you can completely make your own. If it's an old friend, somebody that you haven't chatted in a while, just saying, hey, say their name, and how are you doing? How are the kids? I can't believe how big they are getting. Who would have thought X number of years later we would be married with kids? That's something great with somebody you either went to high school with, went to college with, or just connecting again after several years of not connecting. I mean, with Carolina, she's on here, she was a sorority sister. You know, we can completely talk about sorority life, and that's a connection that her and I have. And after many years of not talking, we were able to talk and communicate about that. If it's a new friend, someone you've never spoken to, you know, saying, hi, how are you? I love your post this morning. And that's something else. If it's somebody you've never chatted to, or even somebody you have chatted to, go onto their profile and look at their name. Look at their post. What have they been posting about? On this first one, I'll tell you, it was a girl who was talking about her kid teething and how he had cried all night long. So it was like, hi, how are you doing? I loved your post this morning or yesterday about the baby teething. I can relate because I just went home for the summer and was with my little nephew who was actually teething, and hearing him all night, and I felt bad. You know, you can relate to those things, whether it's that or anything. I ended up talking to somebody, this one lady, and it ends up being that she worked with Ish. She's like, I think I know your husband. I'm like, oh, oops. But it was just because a post she put about going to work that morning. And so again, just using something on their profile to connect with them. Whether it's that day, last week, last month, sometimes people don't post, sometimes they share posts. So that's something that you can relate to, or just say, thank you, I love that post you shared, whatever it may be. If it's anyone you just want to give a quick message, just popping by to say hello, I hope you have an awesome day, how are you? And if it's just something like that, I try to make sure I end with the question, because I can flip that around. And if I say, how are you? Hope you have an awesome day. They will completely read through it and not just take caption of that question. It'll just completely just scan by and thank you. And that's all they'll say. So if you want to get that more information, making sure that question is at the end versus in the middle of your conversation, especially if it's somebody you don't know. Questions about the forming?
No.
Good deal. If somebody likes your posts, like Amber was showing, let's say you have a new friend request, or if you have a like page, let's say that somebody just liked that page. You want to make sure you're constantly saying you're talking to those people who are coming in and that you are connecting with them. Don't wait. If somebody liked your page or accepted your friend request, make sure you're going over there and saying, hey, how are you? Thanks for accepting my friend request. Or if they liked your like page, for example, this is Amber's script. Hey, blank, just wanted to say thank you for liking my page. I'm a mommy on a mission to better fitness. It's always cool connecting with new moms, new friends, new whatever that may be. Okay? And then they'll ask the question, are you a mom or are you into health and fitness? By you asking that question, they'll reply. But if you just send, thank you for liking my page, they don't need to respond back. So just making sure that you are asking that question. Okay, I'm gonna fly by this because of this free. I can't move my mouse. I think you have can you take that off there? No? Okay.
Take what off of where? Sorry.
I see a stay with free upgrade 10 minutes on mine, but you don't see it, that's fine.
I don't see that.
Okay, good deal. So to like your challenge or accountability group post. So let's say that one that I posted about people, my kind of diet that I posted with Mia, for example, everybody who liked that post that isn't a customer of mine or isn't in my challenge group, I sent this message to. And it says, thank you for liking my Facebook page or Facebook post about accountability. I wasn't sure if you clicked like because you wanted more information on the challenge or you just clicked to be supportive. Are you interested in learning more about my fitness nutrition challenge? Just want to make sure I don't leave you out. So again, this one is Melanie Mitro's actually, but I've adjusted this and made it my own. But you can use this or you could use another one or make it your own. I always like to start with thank you for the support, something like that. If somebody likes your business opportunity post, like for example, the one I had my saying looking for fitness or moms on a mom boss, I'd say something like, thank you for liking my Facebook post about making fitness your business. I wasn't sure if you clicked like because you were considering making fitness your business or you clicked like to be supportive. Are you interested in learning more about how you can live a healthier lifestyle, earn extra money, and help others? Like when you hear those three things, healthy lifestyle, earn extra money, and help others, you're like, yeah? I mean, it's kind of hard to say no to those three things. So again, those are just all examples of what you can post. Questions about that? We have about 7 minutes left. So I will stop sharing and open it up for questions. So I just want to make sure that we mention, it's so important to make sure those posts are happening. Mm-hmm. Because that then will make it so much easier to get those conversations going and rolling in the right direction.
How many, can you repeat to me? I know that you said how many posts you do a day and stuff like that. Can you repeat that for me?
So they say 3 to 5 a day.
Okay.
5 a day. I stick to more like 3 a day, especially when I'm doing my personal page, my life page. If you're using Instagram, if you're using Snapchat.
Oh yeah. Are you using all those things?
I don't use Instagram to that extent. I'm using Facebook, my life page, and I am getting into Snapchat.
You're doing good with Snapchat. I like it.
They say to really focus on 2 platforms. Find the 2 that you want to work with and focus on those, because if we spread ourselves too thin, it gets really chaotic.
Okay.
Pinterest, if people are into Pinterest, Pinterest is a good one. Not a lot of coaches are on there. If you could pin 21-day fix recipes, those go like crazy. I don't use Instagram. I'm just kind of messing around with Snapchat. I've built my entire business through my Facebook like page. 200 friends when I had Facebook, and then I have, I think, almost 2,600 likes on my Facebook page now. So my entire business is on that Facebook fitness page.
2,600.
Yes.
And that's, okay, so you extended that well beyond your friends.
Yeah, I think only like 200 of my friends liked it.
Okay. But that's where you started?
Yeah, like I invited my friends.
Did you invite your friends, or did you post it on your Facebook page, on your personal page, to ask them to like, or did you directly invite them?
Both. And then, and still to this day, not all of my friends. I think I have like 1,200 Facebook friends on my personal page. Not all of those people. I mean, only, like I said, like 200 are over there. And now it's to the point that I know people know what I'm doing. And, you know, some people will get annoyed with me and like not follow both, you know, because sometimes I do what I post on my personal page, I may post on my light page and they don't want to see it twice.
Okay.
But my close friends, they still follow my fitness page to be supportive.
Good questions, though. Good questions.
Yeah.
Definitely. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry, before I forget, sometimes to get people over there, you will see me share my fitness page post to my personal page so that my friends will see it. I do that as well. Facebook may eventually take away that feature, but that's a whole nother Zoom call.
Oh, I should tell you guys before I forget that Facebook's made a change, and I don't know if you guys have seen it yet, but on your Facebook page, your cover photo, your cover image photo at the top will no longer be overlapped by your logo. The logo will move to your left, and it'll be separate, two separate entities. So you may or may not already see that. Some have changed and some have not yet.
Mine just changed last week, and I was like, woo! So I had to go modify my picture really quick. Because some coaches rolled out like last month. But I like the layout. It's a lot cleaner. It's easy for me to find stuff. What else was I going to say? The whole compliment question. I don't know the statistic, but if you end with a question, people are much more likely to respond to you. And try to leave it open-ended so they can't just say yes or no. And who doesn't like compliments? So.
And I think he is just being consistent. 1 year later, after, or a year and a half that I've been into it, people see that you're doing it and people know you're in it, that you're not in and out, or doing different types of things. They want to see consistency. So it might take some time to build, but just keep at it. Don't give up. And also another thing that you can do is just say that you need help. People are always willing to help. I know Carolina made a really good post the other day. Who wants to do this with me? Like, saying it with me is so much. It's people want to be there for you, want to support you, want to do the same thing. They just don't know what to do. So if you're asking for that accountability and that help, people will jump. I mean, she had 3 or 4 people say me.
Yeah.
So that really is a good thing to end with. So we have less than a minute, and I am.
How does your light page different from your personal page?
It might. Okay. I go ahead and answer, but it might go ahead and cancel us.
You mean how is it different? How do I do my posts differently?
Yeah.
I don't do as much business on my personal page. I'm more Amber.
Yeah, I would say that that's a good idea, because in the long run, no matter what, as you guys get older, as you have grandchildren, et cetera, you're always probably going to want to maintain that timeline and history of your Facebook page. So therefore, to not connect it too tightly to your business, because then you can't flush out the business side when you get to the point where you want to retire or whatever.
Yes, exactly. Oh, and before I forget, Facebook, they are known to shut down people that run businesses through their personal page. So that's something to keep in mind as well. So that's why we say now to go ahead, make your Facebook like page and try to start sharing over there, kind of like a blog. If you have questions, you can message me too, Lisa.
Yes. Message us. Thank you for joining. We'll post this also into the group. You guys have a great night.
Bye. You too.
Bye, thank you.